My name is Shakara. I'm 19 years old. I've been wrestling for 4.5 years, and I am a young black female wrestler. Shakara is the golden goddess. Cleopatra was one of the main people I looked at when I started this whole golden goddess theme. And yeah, I represent that with different Egyptian symbols on my gear and on my cape. And yeah, that's how the golden goddess started. My mum was the person who inspired me to become a wrestler and watch wrestling, because my mum was actually going to go to a Raw show, but she fell pregnant with me and she was too far gone to be able to go. So when I was born, wrestling was pretty much one of the only things I watched apart from the kids' shows. So that's how I started. I think my mum liked wrestling a lot because she's a tomboy. She told me when she went to school, she only really hanged out with the boys and the guys. So I think that's why she got into wrestling. She's quite edgy and cool. I guess it stuck up until now, and now I'm a wrestler because of it, which is crazy. Today, my mum still loves it. She loves the fact that I'm a wrestler. She's always telling her workmates that, I'm wrestling, always showing off, my Instagram to her work colleagues and just being proud of me. She always comes to shows, always supporting me, always asking me when my next event is. She follows me on Twitter and stuff like that, always, keeping up with what I do. And it's really nice to have support starting from home for what I do, because it's not normal what I do, I don't think, but it's cool to have my mum there by my side throughout this whole journey. When I was like 9 and 10, I used to watch loads of TNA, and the two people who actually made me want to become a female wrestler was actually Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, the beautiful people. And they were gorgeous, and I wanted to be them. I wanted to do what they did. I wanted to do their moves. I wanted to walk out like them. There wasn't many black female wrestlers that I could relate to. And yes, there was Alicia Fox, but at the time, she was my favorite wrestler, and I couldn't really relate to her. Even though she was gorgeous and she was athletic, and I just didn't have that connection with her. And I guess as a young black girl, you're very impressionable. Just like a young person in general, you're very impressionable. And I couldn't be like to my mum, oh my God, mum, I want to be like her. She has my hair and da-da-da-da. I didn't have a lot of choices. When I started wrestling, I was 15, and I wasn't fully aware of the independent scene at the time, but I did make myself knowledgeable to it. And there wasn't many black female wrestlers on the independent UK scene that I was aware of at the time. Maybe a handful, maybe one or two. So stepping into training, I was scared, I was worried. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be the only black girl here. I was certain I was going to be the only black girl there within a bunch of white people. And I was worried that I was going to be judged or looked at differently or looked down at. It was great to see that my head trainer was Daryl Allen, and he's a person of colour. So immediately my fears eased, and I wasn't as anxious about wrestling because I had someone who was kind of like me, and that made me feel 10 times better and made me feel much more comfortable to start my journey as a wrestler. Black talent is being better represented now than when I started. Still room for improvement, but that's in every aspect of wrestling in general. I really wish there was more black female wrestlers at the time that I could look up to when I was 5, 6, 7 years old that I could relate to. I really do. But it is what it is, and it's not about looking at the past, it's about looking into the future and then being able to, for me now as a wrestler, to step up and be that person at the forefront to inspire other young black female talent.